Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. See, this tune, where I got to learn from, in those days I was in Vrindavan for Yatra. His Grace Aindra Prabhu was in the planet at that time. So, Aindra Prabhu told that this tune is actually sung in the mood of coward boys calling Krishna in the forest, what you are seeing in the picture. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Vrindavan Dham Jaya Vrindavan Dham Krishna Balaram Jaya Vrindavan Dham Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Jaya Nitai Gauranga Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Hari Bol 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 Jaya Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Taranam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So today you all came a little early than other days. Thank you for coming early. So you heard about Matsya Avatar, Kurma Avatar, Varaha Avatar, and Parashurama Avatar, Vamana Avatar, and all those avatars. But when Lord Krishna himself, in his personal form, performs leela, it is much different than those avatars. As I told you, one thing that is common in all those avatars, the Lord shows his greatness. Like Narasimha, one movie has come now, you know that? I think it's going to be released very soon. Mahavatar Narasimha. They have taken very powerful effects now. So whole world is waiting to watch it now. Only trailer itself is so powerful. So similarly, they have Kurma also. Kurma. I'll just show you the Kurma.
From the churning of the cosmic ocean came the promise of eternal treasures and unimaginable perils. The Devas and the Asuras, once bitter foes, united for a single purpose, to claim the nectar of immortality. But as greed consumed the hearts of many, the world trembled under the weight of its desires. To save the preservation, the preserver rose once again. With his colossal shell, he bore the weight of the mountain Mandara, stabilizing creation itself. A symbol of patience. A beacon of strength. An eternal protector. He is Kurm of Dar.
Powerful now? Kurma, Avatar. Like Vishnu turns around and becomes Kurma in one moment. So you will find one thing with all these avatars is their grandeur, their bigness, their greatness, and our smallness. He's saying it's a symbol of patience. And what other word he used? strength, epitome of strength or something like that. So they have enormous strength, and also they perform the Leela very effortlessly, just like we saw Varahadev, correct? No? We saw Vamana Dev expanded his body to such a huge degree from earth to sky. So these are all powerful avatars. Certainly, when you see such avatars, you may be amazed by the greatness and power and everything. But Krishna, uh, all these avatars are zipped into Krishna's body. They are all in one body only. And whenever Krishna wants to unzip them and release those avatars, he can release. That's why we read yesterday, Keshavadrita Kurma Sharira, correct? No? Keshavadrita. So, although Krishna is embodying all these avatars within his own body, when he performs Leela, those Leelas are very unique in nature. He plays such a very sweet role, like you see here. He's a coward boy along with his brother Balaram and all the other coward boys. He goes to the forest, walking with his barefoot. He doesn't wear sandals also. That is a particular pastime. One day, there is one 15th chapter of 10th canto. There is a verse. Can you recite that verse?
ततश्च पौगण्डवयः श्रितौ व्रजे बभूवतस्तौ पशुपालसम्मतौ गाश्चारयन्तौ सखिभिः समं पदैर् वृन्दावनं पुण्यमतीव चक्रतुः.
See, from Kaumara age, Krishna goes into Pauganda age. Kaumara is 1 to 5. And Pauganda is 5 to 10. And Kaishora is 10 plus, 10 to 15. So when he goes from Pauganda, just now starting, 5 years is crossing now. Tatascha Pauganda Vayaha Shito Vraja Babhuvatustau Pashubala Sammata. That time Krishna went and asked Yashodama that, Maya, I want to go like the other men go. I also want to go for herding the cows and calves. So prior to that, he was only called as a, not a Gopal. He was a Vatsapal. Vatsapal means he can only take the small calves. And that too around the Nandabhavan palace, not anywhere far away. But now to become Gopal, he has to take them to the forest. So do you think Yashoda will easily allow him? No. She said, we have hundreds and thousands of servants. Why do you have to go? But Krishna thought, if I am kept within the four walls of Nandabhavan palace, how can I do all my mischief? And how can I play freely with my friends? So he thought Yashodama is not giving permission. Okay, let us try in another route. So he went to his father, Nandababa, and said, he said that we have become grown up now, me and Balaram. हम बड़े हो गए, हमारा बुद्धि भी बड़ा हो गया अभी. They said, now we can go for herding the cows, please allow us. Then Nanda Baba said, if all the covered men bless and permit you, then only you can go. Then they had a meeting. In that meeting, Pashupala Sammatau. All the Pashupals, they gave Sammati. Sammati means agreement. They agreed, okay, Krishna Balaram can go for herding cows and calves. Gascharayantau Sakibis Samampadaya. Taking all the sakhas with him. Now Krishna goes to the forest for Gochar and Leela. He goes. Whatever he does is Leela. Herding cows and calves, somebody may think, what a great activity it is. Even I can do or anybody can do. But when Lord goes, it's something very extraordinary because he is Ananta Koti Brahmanda Nayak. He doesn't have to do such activities like this. But he is doing it to give pleasure to his devotees. So, at the time, Mother Yashoda made one very nice golden slipper for Krishna to wear so that he can wear and go to forest because he has to walk through the pebbles and thorns and thickets and grasses and everything in the forest. But when she showed it to Krishna, see, better for you, I have made this special for you to go to forest. So Krishna asked her, but what about the cows? Every cow should have also slipper like me to wear. Yashoda laughed and said, if you have to make for the cows, every cow needs two pairs. Huh? Isn't it two for the front and two for the barrier? And we have hundreds and thousands of cows. How are we going to make for so many cows? I didn't make for the cows, only for you I made. Krishna said, when they are walking barefoot, how can I wear slippers? I also will not wear. So at that time, the cows were peeping through the window. They overheard what Krishna was speaking to Mother Yashoda. Immediately they went and told the other cows they had an emergency meeting. And they went to Vrindavan and with their hooves, they broke down all the stones and the pebbles and everything and made Vrindavan, sand into such a soft powder. Even today you will see it's like Johnson & Johnson baby powder. So whose work is that? Cows. Because they knew that Lord is going to walk barefoot tomorrow for our sake. So you can see the Lord's love for the cows and cows' love for the Lord. You can see that. Lord says, they are not wearing slippers, I will not wear. They are saying, if Lord doesn't wear, how can he walk in the forest? So they made the ground prepared for the... Even today, it's such a soft sand, you can walk barefoot very nicely. But there is another hidden secret. Why Krishna did not wear slippers? Because he wanted to make Vrindavan more fortunate by the touch of his 19 symbols of his feet on the... that's why it says, Vrindavanam punyam ativa chakratu. He wanted to increase the punya of Vrindavan by touch of his feet, because anybody who sees his footprints, and also I told you, each of the symbols have meaning, correct, no? So he wanted to give that benefit to Vrindavan. Jayate te dikam janmana vraja Jayata yundira shashvadattahi Dayita drishyata dikshutavaka Swayedrita savas Svam vichinvate Hare Krishna. Together. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Vraja Charayan Pashun Nalina Sundaram Natate Padam Shilatana Kurair Sidate Tinaha Kalilakamana They're saying, Chalasi yad brajat. Chalasi means to walk. Chalasi. Charayan pashun. Grazing the cows of Raj, walking behind them. Nalina sundaram. Natate padam. Oh my dear Lord, your lotus feet is so beautiful, and it becomes pinkish when you walk over the stones and pebbles and everything. But you don't care about the comfort of your feet, because you are very happy serving the cows, going to the forest. So, in this way, Krishna's intention is to increase the holiness and sanctity of the sand of Vraja. So when he goes like this, see, in the morning when he is about to leave now to forest with Balram, at that time Mother Yashoda came out along with all the other ladies, covered ladies and covered men also. Morning about 8:20 or so they leave for the forest. So it's a great sight for everybody, because all the covered boys bring their cows and calves, and Krishna Balram bring theirs, and then they all put them together and take them to the forest. So that time Mother Yashoda was telling, Kana, today, see, the sun is very hot. Why do you have to go to forest? At least today you stay back. She said, no need to
take the trouble to go to forest, my child. There are so many others who can take it. So Krishna was telling, Mother, why do you think sun is hot? Don't you know? In the forest, all the trees are embracing each other and not letting any sun fall on me. Yeah. They're very concerned that I should not face the scorching heat of the sun. And not only they are tightly keeping the branches in such a way that sun won't come, but they are also showering flowers. Yeah. And there is a deer called Chamari deer, which with her tail, it has swept the ground of Vrindavan. And then over that the flowers have fallen. And there's a flower bed for me to walk to the forest. So all these animals and birds, they are so fond of me and they have made arrangements for me to go to forest. And there is nothing to worry, Mother. I am very comfortable. And Madhumangal told Mother, you think we are suffering in the forest? It is not we suffering, you people are suffering, he said. Because you are bored at home, sitting within four walls. But we go to forest and play different type of games. We have great fun. Then he said, and we also eat laddus. And we have great fun, we eat lunch. Actually, the coward boys going to forest is only, it's not a big duty for them. It is only an excuse to go to the forest and enjoy. So, Mother Yashoda then told Balaram, take care. You are the elder brother. I am putting Krishna under you. Take care. Because sometimes the monkeys may scratch his body. Or the cows may put their hoofs on his thigh when he's sitting. Or Krishna may sometimes slip and fall into some kund. There are so many kunds in Vrindavan. Or Kamsa may send some demon. So you should always keep an eye, take care. So she has that motherly, possessive mentality of protecting Krishna. See, in this world, the same possessive mentality is there, but which is condemned. And because in this world, people think this is my child, that this is my husband, this is my wife, this is my father. That type of possessiveness leads to bondage in this world. But if you can have the same possessiveness towards Krishna, that is liberating. Correct, no? It's welcome, that type of possessiveness. Like Janak Maharaj is telling to the drama after breaking of the bow, I am Sita, Mama Sutta, Dharmacharani Tava, he's saying. Because Rama was taking the garland in the hand and not putting on Sita. And Janaka was wondering why he is not putting on Sita. What happened? Because next to Sita there were many, many beautiful servant maids standing, assistants of Sita. And all of them were very beautiful. So Janak Maharaj became afraid, by mistake you should not put it on somebody else. You should know who is Sita. Therefore he said, I am Sita, Mama Sutta. I said, my child, my daughter is here. This is Sita. Don't put on anybody, put on her neck only. Also, in that assembly, in the pillars, which were all made of coral, the Sita was shining. In each of the pillars, Sita's same form was visible. They were all shining, dazzling pillars. So Janaka thought that maybe Rama doesn't know which is Sita, whether this is Sita, that is Sita, here is Sita. So he says, I am Sita, Mama Sutta. So Mama Sutta means my daughter. That is possessiveness or not? But this possessiveness is spiritual possessiveness. Spiritual possessiveness is wanted, most wanted. If you think, I am Prabhupada's man, I am Krishna's man, and this body, mind, words are only for my Guru and Krishna, so you will go back to Godhead with that type of mindset. Every day when you put tilak in the morning, I always remember, this is whose lotus feet? Krishna's lotus feet. So my body, Krishna, my body is for you. Engage my body, mind and words in your service. And I will not give this body for Maya to engage it in sense gratification. Sense gratification kicked out. And Krishna, most welcome. Yes to Krishna and no to Maya. So by remembering that this body belongs to Krishna and Guru, we will never indulge in sense gratification. Then we can remain pure always. So in this way, possessiveness of Krishna is very good. She is telling that please take care of him in all the situations. Yashoda is telling. And Balaram put his hand on Krishna's shoulder. Maya, don't worry. I am here. I will take care. In Vrindavan, you will find Balaram putting his hand on. How many of you have seen our Vrindavan temple? You have seen? Isn't it? So Balaram puts on Krishna's shoulder, which means Krishna is under my control. You have nothing to fear. He is giving her assurance. And then Yashoda is talking to Krishna's equal friends, Sridama, Sudama, Madhumangal. She's telling, hey, you boys, I heard you are playing games, very dangerous games. You are coming gliding down the Govardhan hill. Do you play such games? She asked. Like sometimes when we used to go to marriages, sometimes we used to go to the third or fourth floor inside the building. There is a staircase coming down. No? So on the side of the staircase, there is a wall in which you used to come gliding down. Any of you done that? Yeah. And my father and mother, they would get very frightened. Huh? My God, if you topple and fall, you will break your head. Huh? But now also, when I think about it, I am really frightened to think about it. In those days, we never understood the danger when we were small kids, correct? No? But who is more worried? Adults are more worried. Parents are more worried. Similarly, your covered boys used to come gliding down the mountain. So, Yashoda said, I know that you guys are playing such games, gliding down, because I found some scratch marks on Krishna's body. Tell me honestly, are you playing such games? So the covered boys were looking at each other, whether to tell the truth or tell a lie. Huh? Because if we tell the truth, she may not allow Krishna to come to forest. Huh? If you tell a lie, you should not tell lies to elders. Huh? They were thinking what to tell. Then they told Yashoda, Maya, we will take care not to play such games, especially when elders are present, we will take care. What is the meaning of that? Huh? When elders are not there, then we will play such games. Huh? So, and then she again told Balaram, and Krishna has other elders also. Rishabha, Bhadra, Balaram, they are all elder to Krishna. So she told them, although Krishna is very soft like butter, his body is soft like butter, yet he is very dashing. Huh? And he is always surrounded by his friends, this equal friends. So be very careful that he plays very safe games. Then she told his juniors, Chitrak, Patrak, she told, Chitra, come here, take this rava laddu, she said, in a basket. Even if Krishna doesn't ask you for it, you should still feed him. Huh? Because even if it is 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, this fellow will forget, because when he goes to play, he forgets to eat. And then other younger covered boy, she gave him a jeweled jar full of rose-scented waters, cool waters. She told, after he eats, please make sure he drinks water. Huh? In the course of playing, let him not forget. Huh? So the younger ones act like assistants to Krishna. They carry Krishna's water jug and everything. So in this way, they all go to forest. So, and when he goes to forest, Yashoda was telling her friends, look at these tender children. They are all going to forest and they have to go through the thick jungle and come back. And we parents are at home, which is the palace made up of golden bricks. People say parents are very sacrificing. What sacrifice are we doing? We are more comfortable than children. Yeah? She was telling. So when Krishna was going ahead with his cows and calves, slowly progressing ahead, he looked back behind. And he saw still everybody was standing like a painted picture. They were not moving. All the covered ladies, covered men. So Krishna felt pity for them that they all are so eager for me. So he took all their hearts and tied it together and then kept it in his heart and went. What is the meaning of that? That means although Krishna went to forest, their minds and hearts also went with Krishna. When they entered the palace, they could fondly remember Krishna's activities in the forest constantly. That's how the Vrindavan is. But sometimes Yashoda, some days she will not allow him. When Krishna says, I want to go to forest. She's making butter for Krishna. She's how it is. Krishna will enjoy the taste. Sound, flute sound. Let's come now. மாடும் மேய்க்கும்
மாடுமேக்கும் கண்ணே நீ போக வேண்டாம் சொன்னேன். மாடுமேக்கும் கண்ணே நீ போக வேண்டாம் சொன்னேன். மாடுமேக்கும் கண்ணே நீ போக வேண்டாம் சொன்னேன். கச்சின பால் தர கல்கண்டு சீனி தர கையில வெண்டையும் தர வெயிலில் போக வேண்டாம். மாடு மேய்க்கும் கண்ணே நீ போக வேண்டாம் சொன்னேன். போக வேண்டும் தாயே தடை சொல்லாதே நீயே. போக வேண்டும் தாயே தடை சொல்லாதே நீயே. கச்சின பால் வேண்டாம் கற்கண்டு சீனி வேண்டாம். உல்லாசமாய் மாடு மேய்த்து ஒரு நொடியில் திரும்பிடுவேன். போக வேண்டும் தாயே தடை சொல்லாதே நீயே.
You understood this? Huh? She is saying, Kachana Palataren. Kachana Pal is actually like, I will give you boiled milk or rabadi. Huh? Rabadi is more tasty than milk also, isn't it? And Kalkanda Jenitara means I will give you rock candy and sugar and I will give you makan. What do you think about Krishna? Does he like these items or not? He is mad for this. Huh? So she is tempting him, saying that, Kana, I will give you these things. If you stay back at home, I will give you this. And what drama he is doing, you sir? He is taking kadisakar and throwing. Huh? He is saying, I don't want this kadisakar. I don't want this rabadi. I don't want this sugar. I don't want makan. None of this, mother, is more delicious than playing with my friends in the forest. That's what he is saying. And also he is very smart. He knows very well. Even if you go to forest and I come back in the evening, mom will give me these items. So keep everything, I'll come back and eat in the evening. Huh? Allow me to go, like that he is saying. And now she is going to say, Yamuna nadi karayil, eppadudum kallar bayam, kalarandavana yadaja, kalangiduvai kanmaniye, maadumekkum kannani poga vendam sonne. What he is saying, in the bank of Yamuna, there is a forest called Kadamba forest. In that Kadamba forest, sometimes highway robbers hide behind the trees. When somebody is passing by, they attack and they steal away the commodities. And my dear child, I am very worried if some thieves come on your way and they give you a slap and you will get disoriented. And you may faint on the ground. Simply thinking of that, I am worried, she said. And Krishna heard it, he laughed and laughed and laughed and said, what are you talking, mother? In this world there are many types of thieves. Amongst all the thieves, I am the biggest thief. And if any thief comes my way, I will cut him into 1,000 pieces and throw him. Like that he will say.
எப்பொழுதும் கள்வர் பயம் கள்வர் வந்து உன்னை அடித்தால் கலங்கிடுவாய் கண்மணியே. யமுனா நதி கரையில் எப்பொழுதும் கள்வர் பயம் கள்வர் வந்து உன்னை அடித்தால் கலங்கிடுவாய் கண்மணியே. மாடு மேய்க்கும் கண்ணே நீ போக வேண்டாம் சொன்னேன். கள்வனுக்கோர் கள்ளருண்டோ கண்டதுண்டோ சொல்லும் அம்மா. கள்வருக்கோர் கள்வனுண்டோ கண்டதுண்டோ சொல்லும் அம்மா. கள்வர் வந்து என்னை அடித்தால் கண்ட துண்டம் செய்திடுவேன். போக வேண்டும் தாயே தடை சொல்லாதே நீயே. கோவர்தனகிரியில்
Saying, now next to it she is saying, Govardhana Giriyil Oramana Mrigangalundu. She is saying, in the top of Govardhan Hill, Karadi, Puli, Karadi means bear. You know bear? Bear comes like walking, big, huge. Huh? In America also, many places you find deers, but you find bears also. Bears, when you are going for morning walk, bear may come sometimes. Be careful. It will catch and rip to pieces. You have to be very careful. So she is telling, bear may come, cheetah may come, tiger may come on your way on the top of Govardhan Hill, because in those days in forest, naturally, these animals may be there. I am very worried about those children, worried about you, Kana, because they are all dangerous animals. And Krishna is saying, Mom, what are you talking? Those animals are my friends. They come and tell me, sit on our back, we will take you around. Huh? They are all my friends. You think they are my enemies? And even if they come in very big groups, you fear that they may attack me. I will take my bow and arrow and I will hunt them, they will run away. Like that he is saying. The beauty is what Yashoda is acting out and showing, see?
கரடி பூலியை கண்டால் பயந்திடுவாய் கண்மணியே கரடி பூலியை கண்டால் பயந்திடுவாய் கண்மணியே மாடு மேய்க்கும் கண்டே நீ போக வேண்டாம் சொன்னேன் காட்டு மிருகங்கள் எல்லாம் என்னை கண்டால் ஓடி வரும் கூட்டம் கூட்டமாக வந்தால் வேட்டையாடி ஜெயித்திடுவேன் கூட்டம் கூட்டமாக வந்தால் வேட்டையாடி ஜெயித்திடுவேன் போக வேண்டும் தாயே தடை சொல்லாதே
It's a fact that generally when we see the deers, when human beings go near the deer runs away, correct, no? Then they are fearful. Whereas when Krishna would go, all the animals come towards him, correct, no? Deers, peacocks, birds, cows, calves, everybody is going towards Krishna. That's what he is saying. They come towards me. They all are very fond of me, mother. Why do you fear? Like that he says. He is dismissing her. See?
பச்சமுள்ள நந்த கோபர்
If evening Nanda Baba comes and asks, where is my darling Krishna? I don't see him at home. My dear child, how can I tell Nanda Baba that I have sent you to forest? Which father will want to hear from mother that son is sent to forest? And then Krishna is telling, then you think of an idea. Is there any idea how to tackle father? Then he is telling, okay, father comes, you tell him that I have just gone to play ball with my friends. By the time you complete telling him, I will be in between both of you. Huh?
நீங்க என்று கேட்டார் என்ன பதில் சொல்வேனடா என்னுடைய கண்மணியே மாடு மேய்க்கும் கண்ணே நீ போக வேண்டாம் பாலருடன் வீதியிலே பந்தாடுறான் என்று சொல்லு கெடிய நீ வருகையிலே ஓடி வந்து நின்றிடுவேன் கெடிய நீ வருகையிலே ஓடி வந்து நின்றிடுவேன் போக வேண்டும் தாயே
See how much enjoys with his friends, you saw, isn't it? You understood this? He's asking permission. Finally, she gives permission for him to go to forest. Huh? In this way, now what does he do in the forest? That we will see now. He goes to forest. See here. When Krishna and covered boys enter the forest, the cuckoos are cooing and welcoming. They are welcoming. You can see the cuckoos and the birds in the tree. And the peacocks are dancing happily, seeing Krishna coming. You see, Krishna's color and cloud's color is same, isn't it? So cloud is called Ghanashyam. Krishna is called Ghanashyam. So the cloud also. So as soon as Krishna enters the forest, the peacocks become ecstatic. As if the peacocks have seen the cloud. Like that they see Krishna and they start dancing and welcoming the Lord. And then in the Yamuna, well, there are many, many lotuses in Yamuna. There are yellow lotuses, red lotus, blue lotus. So the honey bumblebees are sitting in those lotuses and sucking honey. But when they see Krishna coming in to the forest, then they leave even that honey from the lotus and they fly and go and sit in Krishna's garland. so that they can see Krishna's face. They go and go with Krishna to forest. Seeing this, the trees are crying that we won't be able to go to forest because we are fixed in one place, isn't it? So the trees are extending their branch with flowers and fruits, requesting Krishna, please take these flowers and fruits. And Krishna is telling his brother Balaram, Bhaiya, please take the flowers and wear on your turban. Take the fruits and accept them. Our trees will be very happy with you. In this way, this is the way Krishna enters into the Vrindavan forest. See here, he is describing the beauty of the forest. Kechit venun vadayando Manta Shrangani Kechana Kechit Bringai Pragayantaha Ujanta Kokilai Pare. When they were entering forest, some of the cowherd boys were also playing on the flute. Like Krishna has flute, they also have flutes. Some of them were playing the bugles, buffalo horns. They were playing that. And some of them were imitating the bumblebees. They make sound like this. They were also making sounds like the bumblebees. So, and some of them, they were responding to the cuckoos. Kujanta kokilai pare. Because sometimes you will see in one tree, one cuckoo will ask a question, and another cuckoo will answer. You have seen that? Coo! One cuckoo will ask, and another cuckoo will say, coo! He will give an answer. So what happened when one cuckoo asked the question, the cowherd boys would respond. They would say, coo! So now the cuckoo will be wondering, I am asking my wife and this fellow is answering. So in this way they were playing in the forest. Vichayabhi pradhavanto Gachanta sadhu hamsakaihi Bakairupa vishantascha Nrityantascha kalapibihi. See, Vichayabhi pradhavanto means sometimes when the birds are flying in the sky, their shadows will come on the ground. So the boys would run behind the shadow. Other boys also would try to run. So they will check who is able to catch the shadow. So they would play a game like that. And Gachanta Sadhu Hamsakaihi. There are swans which are very graceful in their standing and then walking in a graceful manner. So some boys would imitate the walking of the graceful swans. And Bakai Rupa Vishantascha. Sometimes a duck would be sitting on the bank of Yamuna, so they will go and sit next to the duck. Duck would be wondering, who is this big duck? They would sit exactly like the duck, they'll go and sit. Or sometimes, Nrityantascha Kalapibihi is saying. That is peacock. So they were, like Krishna is dancing like a peacock. You're seeing that in the picture? He's imitating the peacock. Moving like a peacock, flying, and all the cowherd boys are laughing. How beautifully Krishna is copying the peacock, you see? Imitating. Yeah. Vikarshanta Kishabalan Arohantascha Tair-dhruman Vikurvantascha Taisakam Plavantascha Parashishu. Yeah. Vikarshanta Kishabalan. So, see, they would imitate the sounds of the monkeys. See, monkeys sometimes kick, kick, they would do. They will also say kick, kick, kick. Monkey will wonder, who is the monkey on the ground? They'll be wondering. Then they understand, hey, it's not a monkey, it's another cowherd boy. Arohantascha Tair-dhruman. Sometimes they would climb up a tree and then come gliding down. Because some trees, instead of being straight, they'll be bent tree. So they would come gliding down in that. They would play there in the tree like that. And then they would also jump along with the frogs. And the frogs sometimes would become afraid. Hey, who is this big fellow jumping next to me? So they would jump into the Yamuna. But they will also jump into Yamuna along with the frog. Sakam bhekair vilanganta sarita srava samplataha vigasanta pratichhayaha shapantascha pratiswanan. Sometimes jumps Krishna would see a well and then he would look into the well and ask, "Who are you?" He would ask. "Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?" Like the echo would come. And Krishna would laugh and say, "Arey, मैं उसको पूछ रहा हूँ कौन हो, वो मुझे पूछ रहा है." So like that. He is asking me. And then Krishna would again bow and say, "मैं नंदा बाबा का पुत्र हूँ, नंदा बाबा का पुत्र हूँ, नंदा बाबा का पुत्र हूँ." Like the sound would come. Again Krishna would laugh and tell his friends, "अरे मैं बोल रहा हूँ नंदा बाबा का पुत्र हूँ, वो बोल रहा है वो भी नंदा बाबा का पुत्र है। कौन हो तुम नंदा बाबा का पुत्र, बताओ ना." Like that he would ask like that. So now the coward boys would laugh. Like that Krishna would joke about the echoes. In this way, sometimes Krishna is sitting under a tree and playing the flute and coward boys are relaxing and enjoying. Sometimes Balram would relax and the one coward boy is singing, the other coward boy is clapping hand, one is playing shank and Krishna is massaging the feet. This is a very amazing thing because Krishna doesn't think I am God, everybody should serve me. He doesn't think like that. He is one of the devotees. Actually, this is the extraordinary future of Vrindavan. Because these devotees are such pure devotees, their hearts are fully sold out to Krishna. So much so that Krishna feels great delight in serving them. The Balram, for example, Balram is acting as a coward boy, friend of Krishna. And Balram is acting as the elder brother. Because he is elder, he also acts in Vatsalya, like a mother controlling the child. How? Like when Mother Yashoda bound Krishna, coward boys could not release him. They tried their best because their love is only in Sakyaras. Yashoda's love is in what not you put with Vatsalya cannot be released by Sakhya. But there is one person among Krishna's friends who can release him. Who is it? Balaram. Because he has both Sakhya and Vatsalya also. So he came to Krishna and said, "Kana, why did Mama bind you like this? Why did Maya bind you like this?" And then Krishna said, "She doesn't want me to go and steal butter. That's a problem." And Balaram said, "Okay, tell mother that today onwards you will not steal butter. Finished, then I will release you." Krishna said, "Then what's the use of getting released?" The purpose of getting released is to go around stealing butter, isn't it? So then Balaram said, "Then I won't release you also." So Balaram takes a parental role also. And Balaram expands himself into an Ananga Manjari, Gopi, who takes part in Radha Krishna Leela also. So Balaram is serving in all different ways. Balaram only expands as Mridangam, Kartal, all the spiritual paraphernalia in the spiritual world also. So here you can see such a Balaram who is giving his heart and soul in serving Krishna. Krishna is so pleased with him. He is massaging his feet now, you see. He's serving him. Here Krishna is lying in one covered boy's lap and keeping the head. Other covered boys are massaging. Somebody is singing. Somebody is fanning with a lotus leaf. So this is Yashoda's absorption. Even though she is in the palace, she is thinking of Krishna in the forest, what he'll be doing now. Like this, Lord concealed his opulences, enjoying like a village boy, but often exhibited Isha Cheshtita, which means even in such a forest life with the friends, suddenly he will show his supremacy sometimes in killing Aghasura, Bakasura, and all those different demons in the forest. So even all the animals, they were ecstatic with Krishna's playing on the flute. And Krishna told his friends, "My dear friends, look at this bank of Yamuna. This golden sandy beach of Yamuna is so beautiful because there are a lot of trees giving us shade. We can sit under the shade and eat our lunch. And there are a lot of grasses for our cows to graze. And after eating grass, Yamuna is just nearby. They can drink water and they can relax. We can also eat our food and drink water in Yamuna and we can relax. This is my choice. What do you all think?" Like that Krishna asked. Coward boys said, "Sadhu, sadhu, wonderful, wonderful." All of us agree. So they all sat like this. This is called Vanabhojan. The amazing thing with Krishna is when he's sitting and eating with the covered boys, everybody is feeling that they are sitting right in front of Krishna. Generally, the one who is sitting in front can see the face. Behind people can only see the head. Whereas in Vrindavan, Krishna has the ability to simultaneously make everybody feel that he is facing them. that kind of, these are all multidimensional. In the spiritual world, such things are possible. Material world, there are limitations. So, every coward boy is happy. No coward boy will open his lunch packet and eat unless Krishna has certified item to be best. So one coward boy will be giving one item to Krishna. Krishna tastes and say, "Oh wow, this is very nice." He will give his comments, and then coward boy will take. You can see that all of them are giving their items to Krishna. Itam satam dhamma sukhanubhutya dasyam gatanam paradaivatena Maya shritanam naradarakena Sakam vijahru krita punya punjaha. Read translation, yeah?
In this way, all the coward boys used to play with Krishna, who is the source of Brahma effulgence, for the Gyanis desiring to merge into that effulgence, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for the devotees who have accepted eternal servitorship and who, for ordinary person, is but another ordinary child. The coward boys, having accumulated the result of pious activities in many lives, were able to associate in this way with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How can one explain their great fortune?
Yeah, isn't it? He's saying, Ittam satam Brahma sukhanubhutya. Jnanis are only suspended in Brahma Jyoti. And that Brahma Jyoti effulgence is from the toenail of Krishna, shine comes. That is Brahma Jyoti. That's all they can go. And Dasyam Gatanam Paradevatena. Servants of Krishna think he's a master. Maya Shitanam Naradarakena. People are attacked by Maya, they think Krishna is ordinary human being. But these boys, Sakam Vijahru Krita Punya Punja. The friends of Krishna, these fellows, they have done heaps and heaps of bhakti sukritis in the past lives. That on an equal level they are playing with Krishna. They are dancing with Krishna, they are playing with Krishna, they are eating with Krishna, joking with Krishna, playing games with Krishna. So they have that type of good fortune, he's saying. Adaram madhuram vadanam madhuram Nayanam madhuram hasitam madhuram Nayanam madhuram hasitam madhuram Hridayam madhuram gamanam madhuram Hridayam madhuram gamanam madhuram Madhuradipate rakitam madhuram Here he is saying, when Krishna is playing on his flute in the moonlit night, his lips are shining beautifully. And his face is also like a full moon. We call Vrindavan Chandra. His face is like a full moon. And his eyes are like lotus petals. And his smile is very beautiful. His glance is beautiful, his smile is beautiful, and his heart is also beautiful. Why? Because in his heart, he is always very fond of his devotees like Sudama and others. And Gamana Madhura, when he walks to the forest with cows, his lotus feet is beautiful. In this way, everything about him is beautiful, he is saying. Venura Madhura, 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 Venu Madhura, Pader Madhura, Pado Madhura, Pader Madhura, Pado Madhura, Nrityam Madhuram, Sakhyam Madhuram, Nrityam Madhuram, Madhuradipate Akilam Madhuram, Adipate Akilam Madhuram, Madhuradipate Akilam Madhuram, Adipate Akilam Madhuram. in Venu Madhura, when he plays on the flute, I explained to you, isn't it? How the cows, calves, they completely forget the external world. Deers are attracted. When he plays on the flute, even the Brahmaji who is going into this puja room in Satyaloka, he stops his puja and comes out to listen to flute. It is said. Many, in Adikeshava temple in Tamil Nadu, in South India, there is a carving where Muralidhar is playing on his flute. On this side of the pillar, you will see there is a, cow standing like this in two legs down and two legs like this, listening to the flute. Behind the cow is a tiger. Behind the tiger is a deer holding the shoulder of each other. Just like in Kirtan, sometimes you hold shoulder and go around like that. So they are all holding like this. And all of them are listening to the Kirtan flute of Krishna. So you may wonder how these ferocious animals are not fearsome to cow and deer. That's because of the flute. When the flute sound is heard, they lose the ferocious animals, lose their ferocious nature. So Venur Madhura, his even dust of his lotus feet has saved so many people. Like our Kaliya was purified, Bali Maharaj was elevated, and even our gopis also sing in one of the songs, Pranatadehina Papakarshana Pranacharanugam Sriniketanam Panipanarpitam Te padambudam Pranakuteshunaha Pradihrakshayam. They are telling about the dust of Krishna's lotus feet. They are saying that Pranata Dehinam Papakarshanam. The dust of your feet is so powerful, Krishna. Mountain of sins of devotees can be washed away or made into powder, they are saying. And then they are saying that the same lotus feet are walking behind the cows when you go to forest. Although you are husband of Lakshmi, goddess of fortune, still you don't need to go for cow herding, but you go as a pastime, leela. And then they are saying that Panipanarpita, on the hoods of Kaliya, the same dust was offered by you, and you purified him and made him relieved of his poison. And then Nrityam Madhuram, that is dancing on Kaliya's hoods, you see. And then Sakhya Madhuram, Sakhyam with Arjuna. In this way, your relationship is very sweet with everybody. You see, recently I was reading Mahabharata. Krishna loves Arjuna so much. For Arjuna's sake, he will go to any extent to do things. Like when he was going to the battlefield one of the days, 18 days, the horses were not able to run very fast. They were finding it a little difficult. So Krishna stopped the chariot, went and brought grass for them to eat. Buckets of grasses for each of the horses. After they finished eating, he brought buckets of water for them to drink. After they drank the water, Krishna personally went to each horse and massaged their feet. Horses were so relieved of the pain in their legs, and the horses were showing this leg and then backside leg. They were showing. Each horse was showing, and Krishna was massaging each of the 4 feet of the horses. After that was relieved, now the horses stomach was full, and then they have drank water. Their pain is relieved. Now horses are 100% ready now. When Krishna sat, they ran like lightning. They ran like that after that. So I was thinking, just see, Yudhishthira Maharaj's servant is Arjun. Now Arjun's servant is horses. And Krishna became horse's servant. So he's servant of the servant of servant. You can see that. So this is the kind of friendship Krishna has with Arjuna. For Arjuna's sake, he will go to any extent to serve him. Very rare to get such a friend. Geetam madhuram, pitam madhuram, geetam madhuram, bhuktam madhuram, bhuktam madhuram, bhuktam तिलकं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपते अखिलं मधुरं He's saying his Bhagavad Gita is sweet, which he spoke to Arjuna. And his Pitambar was dazzling, shining in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, noticed by Bhishma Pitama. He says, Tribhuvana kamanam tamala varnam ravikara gauravarambaram dadane Vapurala kakula vritana nabjam vijaya sakera tirastu mena vastya Tribhuvana kamanam tamala varnam. He's describing Krishna's body. Your body is like tamal tree, bluish. It's like glossy blue. Glossy blue means like the close-up toothpaste. You've seen? How many of you seen close-up blue toothpaste? That is Krishna's color. Glossy blue. Snigdha pravrit ghanashyamam sarva saundarya sangraham. Snigdha pravrit means a glistening cloud. A glistening cloud. So he's saying, Tribhuvana kamanam tamala varnam ravikara gaura varambaram tadane. That's what he's describing. Ravikara means like a shining sun, his dazzling dhoti is shining. Pitam madhuram. And then bhuktam madhuram. You see, Jagannath is a eating god. So when Lord eats, so many lakhs of people want to come and see him. Correct, no? Even his eating is beautiful. And Ranganath is sleeping god. You see? That also is beautiful. Although Ranganath is lying and sleeping, lakhs of people come to see him also. So God's eating is also beautiful to see, sleeping is beautiful to see. Isn't it? So in this way, any action he performs becomes very beautiful, he's saying. Rupa Madhuram, his form is beautiful. His tilaka is beautiful. Kasturi tilakam is beautiful also. See, one amazing thing with the Lord is, any action he does will be beneficial to other living entities. Like Kurukshetra battlefield, 60 crore people were killed. Is it beneficial? Somebody may ask. But all of them attain spiritual world. Hataha gataha swarupam, it is said. Can you imagine, if he can kill and benefit somebody, is there anybody here who can kill somebody and benefit them? Only God can do that. Like Hiranyakashipu, if he was not killed by Narsimha, he would have headed towards hell. But because Narsimha delivered him, he got liberated. God can benefit. It's called as Hata Ari Gati Dayaka. Hata means kill. Ari means enemy. Gati means destination. Parampadam. Dayaka. He can kill and send demons to liberation. So every action is beautiful. See, evening is coming. See, when he's returning in the evening, Yashoda and Nanda are waiting eagerly to receive him. The gopis, when Krishna goes to forest, they are also very eager to go, but they cannot go. There is societal limitations, and they cannot go. Therefore, they are waiting. When Krishna comes in the evening, they are performing arati. So therefore, the gopis are singing in one of the songs, Atati yad Vraja Agni kananam Sutir yogayate Swama pasyatam Kutila kuntalam Shri mukham chate Jadavadikatam Pakshma kridrisham Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama gopis are saying, in the morning, Atati Yad Vrajat Akni Kananam. When the sun shines in the sky, you go to the forest with your friends and cows and calves. And although we may like to accompany, we are not allowed to accompany, so we stay back. So they are all sitting in a circle and meditating on where the Lord must have reached now, which part of the forest, and this time he must be eating lunch. Now this time he must be returning, like that they are talking. But the evening they are saying, when you are coming back, with your loving glances and smiling face and your hair falling on the front, with curly locks of hair. So at that time, all of us come to perform arati for you. We are coming to see. But this foolish creator, Brahma, has made our eyes in such a way that the eyes are always blinking. Why did he create these eyelids? If he made the eyes without eyelids, we would have continuously seen you. They are saying. Of course, they are saying we cannot clip our eyelids. We don't have that much guts. But the creator is not a very great personality. He has created with eyelids, like that they are saying. So that goes to show the eagerness of the gopis to welcome Krishna in the evening. You can see this is Radharani standing in the front. This is Vishaka. This is Lalita. So they are all welcoming Krishna come in the evening, and Mother Yashoda, Nanda, covered boys are jumping from another way, you see. Here, they're returning in the evening. So Krishna's pastimes with covered boys is so wonderful. Covered boys are so attached to him. Sometimes at 11 o'clock at night, a covered boy comes to Nandaban and says, Kana, it's getting late for the forest, let's go now. The Mother Yashoda wakes up and she tells him, hey, go and sleep now. Is it the time to go to forest? So in the dream, sometimes covered boys think it's already morning. They are so eager to meet Krishna.